of people followed me.
We've just got to France and already made epic mistakes just trying to leave the port. We've gone completely the wrong way. And you know what it's like, we're a bit like sheep when we're abroad, so we've now got a tail back of people who've done the same thing as us.
To be fair, it wasn't the clearest.
No, never mind.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So we arrived in France yesterday, just gone lunchtime, and we've headed straight south. So we're about halfway down through France and arrived here at about 10 o'clock last night. You might recognise that van by there, our compadres in crime. So we've stayed on this nice little leg. So we got here about 10 o'clock last night. That was French time, we were still on British time, so it was about 9 o'clock for us. And the plan is just to go straight through France and try to get to Andorra as quick as we can before dropping down into Spain. So I think the plan this morning is hit the road, see if we can get the rest of the way through France. So we're just about to head off, and it was actually something I wanted to show you guys that has been useful for us. So because we upgraded our tyres, not only did we go from 16-inch steels to 17-inch alloys, we've then put obviously the bigger tyres on with the BFG KO2s, and that has put our speedometer out just slightly, about 1 or 2 miles per hour. And obviously when you go over to kilometers per hour, that can actually be a little bit more out. So I've been using an app that uses the GPS to tell me not only then the speed that I'm going, but it also gives you a note of what the speed limit is on the road that you're currently on. But the other thing I also liked about it is I can change it from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. So obviously it's going to be at 0 a minute because I'm not using it. But like if I scroll that way, it tells me the time, where I am, I've got the weather, the speed limit, obviously my current speed, which I said I can change that to either miles per hour, kilometers per hour or knots. And you got some sort of settings down here. I know you can change the color by going up and down changes the color. I just keep it on white, and then I don't like such a busy screen when I'm driving, so if you scroll to the side, you then just go back to having what your current speed is and what the speed limit is. So nice little tip.
So it's finally a good morning from me. Stu took care of welcoming you all in this morning. The reason for that was basically I got up late, so I was still shoving my face on, having a coffee and organising breakfast for everybody. I've had porridge at my seat and we're now on the road. So it was a really long day driving yesterday. We made it to a little town called Châteauroux. We visited there last year and actually ended up on an air that we kind of waited for to get onto last year and couldn't get on there, so we ended up in a little lake instead. I don't know if you remember that. Any of you that have watched us for a long time will probably know what I'm referring to. Those of you who haven't, last year we visited France and Spain. We went for like a month, so there's some footage over there, so if you get a bit bored and you haven't seen all our videos, feel free to go and check those out. So today we're basically got another long drive. It's about 4 to 5 hours now. We're going to aim to get to Andorra today. This time we've literally flung ourselves straight through France because we just want to get there. We don't want to use any of our Schengen days, so we're just going to get straight to Andorra, have a couple of days relaxing there. It is going to be cold. I know we said we're chasing the sun, but we really love it there, so we're just going to do a day or two to enjoy it before we basically bomb it down to the south of Spain. We know there's snow around, so we probably won't waste time stopping at every little town on the way. We'll probably just head straight south, but we'll see what happens with the weather, because obviously as things change, we'll change where we want to go as well. Everyone's quiet. See, they're all chilled. Everyone's still half asleep.
Yes. We're saying that, to be fair, it's 9:30, but 9:30 French time is 8:30 our time.
It's completely thrown us out this morning. I think because it was such a long drive yesterday, went to bed late, took ages to wind down to go to sleep, so it just feels like I've literally pinged myself awake and gone, oh my god, we're late.
We pulled up, we was like, well, I'm having a beer, I'm having one beer before bed, so we got together, we had one beer, quickly, and we literally went straight to bed. Yeah,
and that was it. We're not going to bore you with all the roads, because it is literally motorway. We're doing toll roads all the way down. We made a bit of a mistake yesterday. We ended up in the green air zone in Paris, and we haven't got our crit card, so we're expecting a bit of a fine when we get back. Oh well, it's what it is, isn't it? If it's a fine, we'll just have to pay it.
But to be fair, I set the sat-nav to avoid them, so the route said,
yeah,
tolls no clean air zones, and somewhere along the line, like, because it's Apple Maps, maybe it updates automatically if there was a crash or something, takes you a different route.
Yeah.
But it didn't warn us that we were going into a clean air zone on the route until we was literally just about to hit, and we couldn't do nothing about it.
We ended up in the ring road, traffic everywhere. Oh my gosh, the people in Paris drive like absolute lunatics as well. They have no fear, do they? No fear at all. So yeah, that was interesting. An hour of our lives wasted, and we're going to get a fine to boot. Looking forward to that one.
Thank you, Paris.
Anyway, that's enough of us talking. We'll pick you up in a bit. We've done about an hour's worth of driving now, maybe an hour and a half, and I'm not going to lie, these seats are not as comfortable as the motorhome seats. My back and shoulders are killing me. This side of the camper, the seats don't recline at all or can't be adjusted from what I can see anyway, so I'm just sitting literally bolt upright. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a moan this morning that I'm uncomfortable. I think I'm coming down with a bit of a cold or something as well, because I've had a sore throat and I'm a bit bunged up. I'm going to jump out, I'm going to make some coffee. Stu's got the bonnet up. He's been complaining that the lights aren't bright enough, so he's treated himself to some LEDs, so I'm just going to go and see how he's changing those. Yeah, I may even have to drive. He's mentioned that he wants me to share some of the driving while we're driving through France, because it's a lot of miles. And I'm not sure why, but I always get nervous because I think, I don't know, it's really weird. I get nervous, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the wrong side of the road, maybe it's because it's a big vehicle, I don't know. Once I'm doing it, I'm fine, but sometimes it's just the thought of it gets me a little bit anxious. So I'm going to have a coffee, going to sort myself out, and then hopefully all good to go. I'll show you what he's doing.
Right now, trying to figure out how to take our bulbs out so I can change them. I bought these H7 bulbs because we noticed the main lights on these are rubbish. Just figuring out how to get them out of the holder now.
I thought it would be an easy job, but I've got a funny feeling you're going to need some tools, and it's going to be a bit more faffy than you're expecting.
Don't know.
I'm just putting it out there. There's going to be a few screws holding it in, isn't there?
No, there's no screws. They tend to be on clips.
Stu's having to look at YouTube videos to see how to undo the light holders. So we'll come back to him in a few minutes. I'm going to go make myself a coffee first. So just grab my kettle that I've been storing on the bed because I had it in the cupboard and I've noticed a few little scratches coming on here from the cupboard. So I'm like, no thank you, don't need that. Hopefully I've got some water left. This place is a mess. We didn't even have time to get it sorted out before we left, and that's literally how much water I've got left. So hopefully that'll be enough to make a coffee. Can pray. We are in the services, but if I'm honest with you, it's absolutely freezing and the walk is like half a kilometre up that way, so I thought, nah, I'm just going to make my own this time and save a few quid. We've got about 4.5 hours worth of driving to go. Yeah, I'm out. I've got about... Yeah, I'm not quite at the max line. I'll have to see if I've got any more bottles lying around. Oh my god. How are you getting on, babes?
Yeah, done it. They weren't clips, you just had to twist them.
Oh, so they were easy then?
Easier. Kill your fingers. I gotta get in
Yeah,
back.
but it is cold though, isn't it? They're going to make a massive difference now.
It should do. They're supposed to be a lot brighter. The problem we got, see, the bulbs as standard on these are rubbish. And you literally, the light comes to like here, you get no side light in this. Definitely the worst bulbs I've ever had in any of my vehicles. So I went on a forum for the crafters and they all confirmed, said they were rubbish and all recommended these bulbs. I didn't plan on changing them just yet, but we were driving like last night and I was like, I'm gonna just put them in.
Yeah, we couldn't see that far ahead at all, could we?
No.
So I think it's just started to snow as well. Yeah, it's definitely snowing.
Right, well, I
Gonna move on, love.
need to get this blooming bulb in, don't I?
While he's faffing with that, I think I'll just show you quickly where we are. So you can see over there is where the service stop is. So you've got your petrol and your usual coffees, baguettes and all of that. And we've just come to the parking bay, literally just down the side of the motorway.
These aren't easy, you know. Let me check the other ones inside. Right, easy and good. So I'll put the cover back on that one. Right, that's that one done. Fun.
So I've just dumped his coffee here, and that means he's driving. He just said he'll drive. So I'm like, thanks babe, landed, because I'll be honest, I didn't really want to. Also, I'm not feeling well, you know? And as it goes, he uses cruise control the whole way anyway, so he's technically only pretend driving and just, he's looking and holding a steering wheel. He's not using his feet is what I mean. So, you know, and he's got the reclining chair, so technically he's in the best position. Oh yeah, and he's got internet. Can I just say as well, I'm going to have no internet now for the next 3 months, because the only time I can get it is when I use our 5G when we're on board. My phone, nothing, absolutely nothing. So if you message me and I don't reply straight away, that'll be why, because my phone is not giving me any internet. So while we're out in the day, you know, out and about, I can't access my phone. So apologies if you know, messages are a little bit more delayed than normal, because I do try and reply as quickly as I possibly can to each of you who do get in touch, so I hope that's all right. Anyway, he's still there. It's now actually starting to snow quite a lot heavier, and this isn't what I come down here for, mind. I've come for the sun, I'm not gonna lie, and that is quite a grey looking snow cloud. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's going to be that big, they're just little tiny flurries. And he's still there, so it'll be winter 2024, people, and we might still be in the same position. How you doing, love?
Losing. That was bloody head work, that was.
Took ages.
Oh, you put the bulb in, you had to put it back in and like twist it. There's like these two metal flaps that had to sort of engage underneath like the side of like a bolt.
Am I in your way of the old mirror?
Yeah, I got it, though I can see it.
There we go.
Oh.
So yeah,
it's done.
now that's done. We've got fresh coffees. Stuart's very kindly said he will drive a bit more because I'm just not feeling very good. The time of arrival is about 4:20 to Andorra. Whether or not we actually make it today is another question.
Oh, we'll make it today, but I don't think it'll be 4:20. We'll have a couple of pit stops, but we've just checked our oil, checked our coolants, because before we set off on this trip, we had some friends, Paul and Helena, do a full service and a timing belt on the van.
Yeah,
so,
thanks guys.
Yes, thank you. It's absolutely spick and span. So we've done a good few 100 miles.
Yeah.
Just gone and double checked everything. All the fluids are bang on.
Just added a bit of screen wash, which is great because we've been going around with like the tiniest amount of screen wash for ages, and we finally got rid of the container today. So
yeah.
It sounds silly, but normally like something like that you'd fly through, wouldn't you? And how many times you topped up the screen wash?
I know, thinking it'd be the last bit, and it left a dribble, but it's finally gone.
Anyway, let's hit the road. It's very boring. This is what we're looking at, and have been now for the past 5 hours. No, it was about 6 hours yesterday, sorry, and then it's been about an hour and a half today, isn't it?
About 2.5 hours today, yeah.
About 2.5 hours. That's been the view. So you're not missing anything, guys. We will show you when we find some pretty stuff. So another quick pit stop. We're about 4 hours worth of driving in now, and it's been incredibly boring all the way down here. I don't know why. It's just been relentless. But anyway, we've stopped. We've filled up with fuel. We've had a bite to eat. Stu did go in and get like the nice Frenchy baguettes that I love. He got 2 of them. We nailed them. So we're now back on the road, hoping to get to Andorra by about 5:20 today. Literally wanted to get there just before dark, really, to show you the mountains and how pretty it is. Not sure that's going to happen. Depends on how far we make it really into the journey. So we'll see what we can do. We're keeping on going. We're not far from the Andorra border. We've been driving up, no problem at all. We've got big fat tyres, winter tyres on, and we've been onto Google and it says you don't need to get snow chains, although we've just pulled up and there's queues and queues of people just pulling over, putting their snow chains on. Not gonna lie, it's making us feel a little bit nervous because the ground isn't that well gritted here. There is snow clearly on the ground and ice. But we do have KO2s, is it?
Yeah, so the rule is when you come to Andorra during certain months of the winter, you have to have either A, snow rated tyres, and that's designed by a snowflake on the wall of your tyre, or you have to have snow chains. And now obviously the KO2s are snow rated tyres, but you know what icy roads are like, don't underestimate them, take your time.
Dangerous.
Yeah, regardless of what you've got on.
But to be fair, it suddenly got very thick, very icy, very, very quickly, and loads of people were queued up, weren't they, putting snow chains on?
Yeah, there was about 20 cars there. They were all putting snow chains on their front wheels. But see, we've got snow tyres, good snow tyres on as well, so
yeah,
I'm pretty confident. I'm just going to take my time.
That's all you can do is take your time.
Yeah, I'm in no rush at all.
The best part is as well, we're running out of fuel. We've got about a 20-mile range left on the fuel side, because we were like, oh, it's fine, we'll get somewhere when we're in Andorra. We're not actually going to get to Andorra for another 9 miles or so, and it is completely uphill in the snow, so a little bit nervous at the minute. But you did say just now you're feeling more confident driving this time round than we were the motorhome.
No, to be fair, the drive in this, and I'm not on about vehicles, I am still talking about the tyres. There is a massive difference. Like when I'm taking corners, they're a lot more grounded and you can feel it. They've got really good grip. Like some people say, oh, you lose miles per gallon or they make a lot of road noise. And complete honest opinion, after driving in them now for a good few weeks, they're absolutely brilliant.
Right, get concentrating now. We can talk to them more about tyres another time. This is very thick and we're not even at the border yet.
Yeah, I just want to jump in it.
Yeah, you love the snow, don't you? Maybe. All the way from Scotland, mind, to come to Andorra for more snow. Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm looking out for sunshine as quick as.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. This summer night, this summer night. Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We'll never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do.
How lucky are they? I literally was thinking he was just going to conk out as we were coming up that hill there. We were like, we're going to go behind you and just check you're all right in case we had to go and get them fuel. That must have been the scariest journey that they will have ever had. Talk about living on the edge. Fair play, that was. That was pushing it.
They went from 10 to 5 to 0 as they were coming up this hill. Now we all had plenty of rain, so it wasn't lack of planning. What they didn't take into consideration is obviously when most hills you go up and down, but as you're actually coming into Andorra, it is 90% up, very little down, and they've burnt a lot more fuel than they obviously normally would.
We're laughing now because everything's fine, obviously. We made it to Andorra, we're pitched up, we're on a nice site, camping Vanlife, something like that. We'll have to pop the name just here. Stu's just taken the kids swimming. It's literally about an hour's left of swimming time. So they've been driving all day and sitting around all day. So he's taken them to do that while he's been gone. I've made this place look nice. They've got their tables set up. I've got their onesies ready for when they come back. I've got the chips and the sausages on the go because that's literally all we've got on board. We've got to go swimming. We've got to go shopping. I got his despies here, wine here, bed kind of made, excuse the Yorkshire pudding thing. I've got a few bits to put away and everybody can chill. Morning, just woken up in Andorra and the site here is wicked. Look at this view. I've already been up this morning, I've had a cup of coffee, I've taken the kids to the park and we've been playing around for a good part of an hour. So we're just going to go and head into town now. Vangelli's here parked up, Pebbles is chilling. So we're going to go out and explore.
'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night, this summer night, this summer night, this summer night, this summer night. Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night, this summer night.
The man that spies some goodies, I think. What you spies?
Lots of goodies. There's GoPros, there's DJI drones.
Yeah. Who wants to know how to?
I hope they're not cheaper than the one we
You
just
have to
bought the other
hop
day.
I know, right? So we've had a big day in Andorra.
Well, yeah, it's always a big day when we come here because we normally only pay for 2 nights because it's pricey, and we do a day shopping and a day swimming, and then it's like, it's done then, isn't it?
Yeah. So what we find with Andorra is you can get some stuff you're quite cheap, but some stuff you think is cheap isn't. So you've got to do your homework a little bit.
Yeah.
But we've had some goodies, haven't we? We've bought just a little bits on clothes. We got some extra batteries for the GoPros. Exciting times, darling.
Yeah, we haven't actually gone all out. So
No, we've been quite reasonable, haven't we?
we've had a couple of treats. We treated the kids to some of these new like gaming machines. It's like 500 in one. Hang
Yeah.
on, let's see if I can show you one.
Got these
Little
for the
games
kids.
box thing. They were only like 19 euros each, but I was like, it gives them something different to do. 500 games in there, so
Yeah.
careful guys.
So yeah, for 20 euros we thought it was worth a treat. We had some
Yeah.
clothes, the kids wanted
Well,
a
that's
little
what I
game
said.
console.
I was like, well, we'd had some clothes and
Yeah.
they have been good. They don't particularly enjoy shopping, but they have been good, haven't they?
They have been good, yeah.
So we're going to take them back now, going to do some swimming with them before
Yes.
bed, have our showers and all of that, and get ready because tomorrow we're heading off to Spain.
Yes,
Sunny Spain!
I can't
Better
wait.
be sunny.
It better be.
Although, look at the weather today.
I know, so
Really nice.
It's funny because when you're in the shade it's quite cold, but as soon as the sun hits you, you can feel the heat from the sun.
Yeah.
So it's comfortable.
It's beautiful though, we love Andorra, and
It
to be
is.
honest, I wasn't expecting us to even get an opportunity to come back, so the fact
No.
that we have has just been a real treat for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got that real modern feel, surrounded with mountains. They're all snow-capped at the minute as well, so we hope you've seen those in the bit of B-roll that we've shoved in for
Yeah.
you.
So thanks for joining us on today's vlog. We hope you enjoyed it.
So speaking about today's vlog, we're going to try and put out a vlog most days as we're travelling around on this 3-month tour. So if you enjoy watching us, if you enjoy following our adventures, make sure you've hit the notification bell because we don't know exactly when they're going out.
And you might as well hit subscribe while you're at it.
May
you
as
know.
well, you know, help us grow. But yeah, no, thanks guys. Thanks for all the support. We do appreciate each and every one of you.
But until next time, guys.
Yeah, we gotta go. We're on a crossing. Bye!